Alex Rosales is running for the school board. And Alex, you wanted to chime in on something? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was hearing you guys talk about that $12 million that's being suggested for tomorrow. I think it's kind of funny they just remove that 3% sales tax and then try to drop this on us, and with almost no explanation and trying to beat that deadline. So I did a full rundown of it and put it on my website, alexforschoolboardak.com, so everybody can go to that and kind of see my position on it. But I'm glad you guys are talking about this, even though it's last minute.
Well, what are you getting from this? I mean, it seems to me, it's kind of like a shift and shaft. I mean, they got rid of one thing temporarily, because I don't believe for a second they're going to get rid of a sales tax proposition, but they just dumped this thing in there, and I think the idea is, well, let's see what we can get, and I'm not sure how they think this is going to solve anything.
I don't think so either, because with a $638 million budget, they're adding another $12 million. So of course they're trying to, nickel and dime us. And it's not everybody across Anchorage. It's just those who own a home. So each homeowner is going to have to pay an extra $109 just to support this, which if they were producing well, then of course every single parent, just like me, would be fine with giving another $100 if our kids were actually getting educated to the level we expect.
Yeah, and it's $109. Was that per 100,000, or is that
right?
Okay, so basically, if you own a home that's worth $1 million, and that's not out of the question here anymore, you're looking at some big change on your taxes, and they say it's a one-time only. I don't believe that either.
I don't either, because the average selling price for Anchorage homes right now is up to $500,000.
Right.
And I'm a veteran as well, and I'm trying to stay here in Alaska long term. So that I hear a lot from a lot of veterans, that maybe don't have kids in the school district anymore, but still want to live here. They're going to be taxed out of house and home, and why are we doing that to our veterans and our community at large?
Well, because these folks have never seen a dollar that you earned, Alex, that they didn't want.
That's fair. That's fair.
And that's really the shame of it. Okay, so you're running for school board. Once again, give me your website information, and maybe tell us a little bit about you.
So my website is alexforschoolboardak.com. It's Alex for Schools on all the socials. I'm on every single one, even the TikTok. The kids are on there these days. Mm-hmm. And I've got over 200 videos out there and just posting daily and getting connected. So, I ran last year against Margot Bellamy and got 23,000 votes with almost no name recognition. And, as a dad, a veteran, and an educator that's here living in Alaska for long term, I figured I needed to stand up and, show what I had to bring to the table, especially from in the military. We get harped upon fraud, waste, and abuse from day one. Mm-hmm. And being in the school district and seeing that waste, I know for a fact that day one I could go in there and find, with the help of every single teacher and school that's out there, we could find $12 million almost overnight that's being wasted within our school district if we wanted to bring in those extra 90 teaching slots that they're talking about. So it's just smart business sense and not going with feelings on some of these things, because I think that somebody needs to be on the school board, just like Dave was all those years, to actually speak truth. So
yeah, that's what's necessary for sure. Well, let me know, Alex, if we can be helpful to you, because I want to be. Sure. I want to get good people in these positions, and you got your head screwed on properly. I think you'll work and do the job. And you look at some of the people that are on there now, and you just have to scratch your head and say, well, no wonder we're in such trouble.
Right. That's one of the biggest questions so far is like, well, who are you going to run against? Who are you going to take off of that board? And I told them, there's 2 seats that are available. Both of them are being given up because Andy Holloman and Dave Donnelly are terming out. So currently the filing period opens on Friday. Currently, there's only 3 of us that are on the list to actually run for school board, and I am the only conservative candidate on that list. So it would be great if You guys can mention it out there that we do need other people to run. And if they want to reach out to me and ask any questions about the school board or the election process or, what it takes to run, I'm more than willing to help anybody out there to make sure that we can actually help our city.
All right, Alex, I appreciate very much you reaching out to us to call in.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
And let us know how we can be helpful to you.
Yeah, I'll call in randomly, I'm sure. So thank you so much, and have a good one.
Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it. Alex Rosales, running for the school board. There are good people out there. People that are willing to put themselves out there for you. People that have something to give back to the community. And, let's not fumble this one. We have a real chance to make some headway, and we should. Because for far too long, we have been essentially being ruled by this group. And I'm done. I'm tired of it. I want to be not ruled. I want to be a citizen where they work for us. We don't work for them. Gee, what a change that would be, wouldn't it? All right, 5:54.